What's up? We're back. Clip and Lulu coming at you again with another video, and if you can see, Lulu is pretty excited because we are about to talk about her favorite subject, her favorite topic anyway, and that is MMA. And to be more specific, UFC. Man, so we've been talking about heavyweight boxing for a while. That's where the action been. But before we go into this video, I want to give a special shout out to my man over there in the UK, Sporting Icons. I always give shout outs to other YouTubers that either inspire me or that I keep up with. And my videos, I try to link them and stuff and spread the love. And I don't know why I've been skipping him. Like, he's one of the big ones. He is huge. And I did mention him on one video, but I forgot. Actually, I didn't forget. Excuse me. I uploaded it under the wrong email by mistake. So I'm trying to fix that and get that back to y'all. But anyway, shout out to him, man. And I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description. So let's get to it. Man, so what I want to do on this video, I'm going to discuss the fights I would like the top fights that I would love to see in the UFC in 2019. Okay, and right now one of them fights look like it's very close to being made, and I'm so excited, and I'm sure you guys are too. And you read the description, that's why you're here. As far as I know right now, nothing has been finalized, but Max blessed Holloway, Tony Ferguson, man, Tony Ferguson, after the fight with Brian Ortega and Max Holloway, Ferguson called out, well, there's talk about Blessed moving up to 155. He said he was with it. So since he said he was with it, Tony Ferguson called him out. Dana White said, Blessed replied, Max Holloway replied saying, yo, I'm with that. I'm with that smoke. You know what I mean? And Dana White said, yo, I endorse the smoke. So, man, and you know, this ain't like boxing. When UFC, we get fights. And that's why there's smiles on my face. That's why I'm so excited. That's why, as a UFC, as a mixed martial art fan, we're spoiled. You know, there's times when, you know, shit don't always go like it should. But for the most part, we're a pretty spoiled group because we get great fights all the time. And that is one that I would love to see. And another one that I would love to see is Ben Askren and Khabib. I can never pronounce his name. Khabib, don't kick me in my ass if you ever see me, man. I call him Khabib lock up Bernie Madoff. I know it's called a Madoff. I can't pronounce it. I'll do better at it next video, I promise. I know you'll never see this, but I promise to all the Khabib fans, I will have his name right on the next video. I'm not about disrespecting anybody, you know, except for the people that deserve it, the other YouTubers. And if you watch my last videos, you'll know who that is. Yeah, I'm not going to disrespect people, you know, and mock them and stuff like that. Khabib is a great fighter. I love him. He's earned the respect of the world. He put Conor in his place. I would love to see him and Ben Askren go at it. Two great wrestlers, man. I wouldn't mind seeing Khabib and Ortega fight. I think that would be a good fight. I really do. I really think that would be a good fight. But let's stick to the two fights that I just mentioned. Now, we all know, and we've all been told, styles make fights. And usually when people are talking about that, they are talking about it's usually opposing styles that they, you know, are referring to when they say styles make fights. It will be one guy will have these attributes or be good at this, have this particular skill set that he's very good at, while the opponent will have the reverse, the opposite skill set that he's good at, you know. And so like it would be like let's use real life. We're gonna take three big fights that occurred this year, and recent, you know, three fairly recent fights. And listen, UFC fans, hardcore fans, we're not gonna get. I mean, we're talking about the big fights that the casuals would know, you know, because I'm a casual. I'm a hardcore casual. I'm not, you know. So you know, we're gonna talk about the big fights, the ones that had the most promotion and hype, and the ones that people were more likely know and have watched. So we're gonna start off. We got Darren Till and Tyrone Woodley, Cormier Stipe, and then you got Khabib and Conor. What you got there? Let's break all three of them fights down. You got wrestler versus a striker in all them fights. And all them fights were good because of what? Styles make fights. And in each one of them fights, you had a great striker, one of the premier strikers, or one of the more up and coming strikers of in the game right now, currently. At that time, these were the guys as far as striking goes in their respective weight classes. What happened? Dominating performance by all the wrestlers. The Khabib McGregor fight went through all the way to the fifth round. It went to the judges, but can anybody say that wasn't a dominating performance by Khabib? And what else did we notice in that fight? What else did we notice in that fight, y'all? I'm going to tell you what we noticed in that fight. All of the wrestlers, and I think, you know, Tyrone Woodley is a wrestler, but he is a fantastic striker too. I believe he let's get back. I don't want to stray too far off topic, but in all those fights, all three of those fights, we seen the wrestlers outstrike the strikers in all three of them fights. Cormier knocks out Stipe the first round. Woodley submits Darren Till in the second, setting the submission up by dropping him with the right cross. It could have been a hook or an overhand right, but I'm pretty sure it was the right cross. If I'm not mistaken, it was the cross that set him up. I know if I'm wrong, hey, correct me in the comments, y'all, because I can be wrong. I'm not perfect, you know, and I'll admit when I'm wrong. And if you call me out on it and on me being wrong, I'm address it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man and I can do that. You know, because we're all wrong sometimes. But I'm pretty sure it was a nice hard right cross that set up the takedown and the submission on Till. You know, and then we got Conor. And we got Khabib Nurmagomedov. And when Nurmagomedov caught Conor with that awkward ass overhand right that he throws, and he stumbled the fuck out of Conor. Nobody expected that to happen. Nobody. Conor's trainer was so shocked by it. You know, he's not even going to train Conor for his next fight. He said it's got to be something big. He's got to give Conor's got to give him a reason to train him again, and he named that punch as the reason. Now, let's see. And then we got another thing. We got where we're going with that. Okay, so we seen them. Styles make fights, and we seen the fights where the style is a good striker versus a great wrestler. The wrestlers wins. Right now, in the 3 fights that we named, the three of the biggest fights this year, the wrestlers are fucking 3-0 right now, because the wrestling is going to set up the striking every fucking time. Every fucking time. Most of the time. That's going to be the case. Now, we seen something different with Max Holloway and Brian Ortega, but let's remember, Ortega is a jiu-jitsu specialist. He is a black belt in Gracie jiu-jitsu, okay? I mean, direct line with the Gracies. You know, that's not wrestling. You know, a lot of people can mistake the two and think it's similar and it's the same. I mean, you know, they're both on the ground. That's probably where the similarities we're in right there. You know, but the wrestling sets up the striking every time. And if you're setting up a fight with 2 wrestlers, I mean with a wrestler and a striker, I'm always going to give the advantage to the wrestler, because of that fact, because the wrestling will set up the striking, and that's something that the striker has always got to be aware of. So that's why we see these situations where the striker is outstruck by the wrestler. You know, watch, keep your eye open. You'll see that a lot. And so now the fights that I mentioned, those fights, Tony Ferguson and Blessed and Max Holloway, I mean, them guys are the most intense fighters in the fucking game right now. And their striking is awesome. I mean, nobody throws the plethora of punches that Blessed throws. The amount of that the weapons. Sorry about that, guys. The weapons he has in his arsenal is, I mean, not necessarily weapons, just his ability to launch them, the amount he overwhelms his opponent. Tony Ferguson the same way. I don't know if nobody throws, we know that from the last fight, nobody throws as many punches as Blessed, but if anybody's going to throw that many punches, it's Tony Ferguson. Them guys are very similar. Their drive, their intensity, their pressure, their striking, their ability to inflict and take damage on their opponent. And then you got Ben and Khabib, wrestlers at the top of their game. Then you got the Russia, America element that's just gonna build more hype for the fight. But then I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about that. I'm thinking about that Russian style versus that traditional American style that built off of with the Greco-Roman roots and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see the class. Now, a lot of people would think that the fight with 2 wrestlers on the ground, like the Khabib ASKREN fight would be boring. I don't. I think that would be one of the most explosive fights we would ever see. The ground play and the outmaneuver and the chess that would be taking place on the ground, man, that would be so great. And that's why I love combat, because it's, you know, you got the physical is not the only thing that's going to win the fight. You got to have a mental capacity and enough intelligence and fighting IQ to outsmart and outthink your opponent, out-strategize them. You know, so yeah, those 2 fights right there are the ones that I'm really wanting to see. And my third one, my wild card would be Habib versus Brian Ortega. I would like to see that one too. And yeah, so that's what I got here. Leave your comments below. Leave like and subscribe. And guys, to any of my other subscribers, you know, I got another channel. You know, if y'all want to know, it's a more of a political social channel. It's called Let's